All right. What's up, guys? Haven't done a live in ages and something just got cancelled. So I had like 15, right, we're telling your followers that you're starting a live video. All right, haven't done a live in ages, guys, so I apologize. I'm like, what do I do? I just randomly wanted to come on here. I had, like I said, I had a few minutes, something just got cancelled. I haven't connected with you guys for a while, and if you actually check out my stories, I was feeling overwhelmed. And so I was like, okay, what do I know and what do I do when I'm feeling overwhelmed? It's connecting back to what drives me, what fulfills me. And instead of just being reactive of shit coming my way and like, oh my God, I gotta get a meeting. Oh God, this is deadline. I was like, okay, when I'm overwhelmed, what do I know? I need to take a deep breath. I need to do my morning routine. And then I just need to connect. And part of me also, I've realized that when I do something for someone else, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, it actually brings my overwhelmness down, which I'm not quite sure why. Because if I'm adding things to my schedule, it seems like I would be even more overwhelmed. But I've noticed that in moments of like either stress, go do something for someone. Sadly, my team aren't here. In the past, I've like made them coffee or made them tea or walked around saying, who's hungry? And I've actually learned that that helps focus me, gets me back in line, gets me back on track of what I'm trying to do in life and what drives me and what fulfills me. And so I was like, all right, I'm coming on IG. So I'm gonna answer some questions. I don't have too long, but I definitely wanna answer some questions. So let's get to it. Let's see. All right, so let's have some people. Should we have some people join me? What do you guys prefer? Questions? Oh, and looking for questions. Drop them, guys. Want to answer some questions with you guys. All right, view request. All right, I'm just going to ask someone to join. Go live, sure. This is where I get all excited. All right, if you tap, I may ask to join or ask you guys to join me with a question. Oh, here we go. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, sweetie.
Hi, thank you so much for accepting. I'm Khushbu Mali from India.
Lovely to meet you. How can I help? What questions do you have?
No, actually, I recently see many of the things you going on through the live, and it's like completely midnight over here, and I just found that you are live, and I was like so very excited to join you. Thank you so much for accepting.
Of course, girl.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Khushbu Mali. Yeah, I can hear you. So my query is just like whatever the things you post, whatever the uh, amazing things you share on social network. So what the strategies point, how you could manage the so many things all together, and the paintings what you are posting that are really very awesome. I like so much. Thank you so much for sharing all the updates, and we are like very glad to know everything.
Oh, thank you. So I think it just becomes stepping stones. It's when you start, I started very small. I start with an idea or a project, and then you just have to build over that. You just can't jump into it with everything. So for the longest time, I was running my own social. And then I just realized I just can't get to where I want to go in life if I'm doing all of that. So I basically actually hit my sister up and I was like, come and help me. You're amazing. You know what I stand for. You know what I want to do. I want you to come on board. So now she comes on board and basically helps me run my social on Women of Impact. And then the drawing, I will just show people if they're watching live. I don't know if people know my artwork or not. So I'll just show some people some of my artwork. So this is some of the pieces that I have.
Yes, yeah. This is like very amazing. Seriously, truly, I like it. I'm like glad to see the art very nicely.
Thank you. So my artwork is now for me. I make sure that on weekends, I switch my phone off. Literally, guys, I was finding myself burning the candle at both ends. And I was like, I need to make
Okay.
sure, like we always talk about like spending time, making sure that you're taking care of yourself, but it's one thing to talk about it and it's one thing to actually do it. And so I said, this is on me. I'm the one that needs to schedule time that is just for me. So now every Saturday morning, I switch my phone off. I've told my entire friends and my family, if an emergency comes up, you have to text my husband. You cannot reach me.
Okay.
My phone is off. And I spend about 5 hours just drawing. And so anyone
Wow.
watching right now, like, what is that thing that really fills you up that you always feel like you don't have time for? But actually, it's so important. You have to make time for it so that you can keep showing up every day. And then carve out time to make sure that you do it. And I just realized that for me, drawing wasn't going to happen by accident. So I had to make sure that I carved time out. So hopefully that
Yeah,
helps.
Yes, yes, that's very nicely. And the post what you are sharing with around the relationships, like business strategies, and the strong woman especially, that is like truly amazing. So thank you so much. I just meant to say this, and thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
sweetie.
Thank
You take
yeah,
care. Bye.
yeah, ma'am. You also. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye. All right, now how do how do I disconnect you? All right, here we go. All
No
right,
issues.
there you
No
go.
issues. I'll do that. Yeah.
All right, guys. So people were asking me about my morning routine. So I just posted on my stories a bit about my morning routine, but why don't I actually haven't made my breakfast yet? So I'm actually a little behind my morning routine, but I was so excited to talk to you guys that I was like, screw it. I'm just going to talk to you guys before I start my morning routine. So you may have seen that I did my gym. I worked out. That is absolutely the first thing. I would never have gone live with you guys if I don't get my workout in. That is my time. That is just for me. And this is actually just some more of my artwork. I drew this photo. That's my grandparents. So I have to ship that to my dad. And this is what I was just talking about making sure that you spend time for yourself. So this is my drawings. Kind of weird, like not talking to you guys or like walking around. I don't often do this, so maybe this is like a little sneak peek for you people who I didn't announce I was live but came and joined me anyway. So this is one I actually just posted recently. This is all pencil. Now this one I actually took a tutorial on YouTube, because no matter how good you think you are, guys, there's always room for improvement. So I took a YouTube tutorial, even though everyone was saying like, oh, you're so good, I was like, no, always room for improvement. So that was my YouTube tutorial there. And if I can hide, I'll just show you a couple more. I think I've shown you these guys, but then there's another one. Here you go. That one. All right. So just in case, don't want to bore you guys with my artwork, I was going to go show you my morning routine. So why don't you come along with me? And in fact, drop some questions in the bottom, and I may have to actually, I like doing face-to-face. So anyone's got a question willing to come on video with me and walking through what we call the Hall of Death. So I apologize if my internet just disconnected. I hope you guys are all there. I hope I'm not just a weird freeze frame. All right, so hopefully not. All right, so here I am in my kitchen. What I do for my morning routine is I've worked out, got my muscles, like get the energy, get the juices flowing. I've already done my song and dance. If you guys check out my stories this morning, in order to get me motivated, I love putting on music, I love dancing. And then I come into the kitchen and I make my breakfast. Now, this is so important. The reason why it's so freaking important is this is where, like, my gut has been so hard and have had so many issues that I make sure that I have my supplements. See, I even have them in little baggies. There's digestive enzymes, there's vitamin D, there's some God, I can't remember. There's some zinc. And so if you want to see more details on exactly what's in these packets, just let me know. Again, this is all like, I don't want to bore you guys. I want to make sure that I'm serving you. So there's my supplements. And then I have pre-cooked food in freezer bags, and then I just pull them out. This is actually chicken in crusted almonds, because I have gut issues. So I try to keep as clean as possible, but this is encrusted. And so I just literally have a big baggie in my freezer. I pull these out every morning and I defrost them. And then I throw it into a frying pan. This is my fridge, actually. So I have my own sections of the fridge. Let me show you what's in my fridge. All right. So what's in my fridge? I try to be organized. This is like my meats and fats section. So I've got my olives, I've got my bacon, I've got my, what else do I have? Avocado, half an avocado in a little baggie. And then this is my vegetable section. So this is all the vegetables that my gut can handle. It's usually greens, nothing too fibrous. Broccoli wrecks my stomach. So even though when people say you must eat clean, know what works for your body, guys, because literally I was eating broccoli and I was like, people keep telling me it's good for me. I was eating sauerkraut, people keep telling me it's good for me, and I wouldn't listen to my body. And what would happen is it would give me upset stomach, it would bloat me, it would give me gas. But everyone was saying it was so good that I just kept eating it, instead of just going, stop listening to other people, listen to your body. What is it telling you? So the things that work for me, I can't handle a lot of fiber. So if you're like me, maybe this may help you. Green beans. What is this? More green beans. These lettuce cups are wonderful. You can literally mix the chicken that I said, cut it up, put it in these little lettuce cups. It makes you feel like you're having a wrap. And then I have just like my fruits and my additional things that I don't eat too often. In fact, these guys, I don't know if you've ever had this. This is actually a great discovery that I made. It's because I stayed away from dairy. I didn't ever think dairy was a problem. And then I cut it out and realized, wow, dairy was a problem. Loved yogurt, was eating a lot of yogurt, but my stomach just couldn't handle it. So I found this Greek almond, and I'm not sponsored by them, but I freaking love them. So that's also very good. All right. So hopefully, let me know if this is still exciting to you guys. Again, don't want to bore you. Drop some questions in. All right, see some hearts. All right, so maybe you're only encouraging me, by the way, guys. You're encouraging me to do more of what's in my cupboard. So let's see what else. If you're on the whole digestion thing and breakfast and how I show up, then I'm just gonna keep going. And all right, what else do I have? These guys. These are amazing. So again, I look at ingredients. So if we look at the ingredients, it only has organic coconut meat, organic coconut water, and organic virgin coconut oil. So all basically coconut. And they're like these little, like, what's it called? Like, just like wrap sheets. Let's just pull one out for you, shall we? In the second you guys start my pitch, but here you go, just in case you're interested. This is a thing. So if you don't want to use the lettuce cups and you're feeling like I need some more substance, get these. Put these bad boys in the oven for like 30 seconds. And then you get this lovely coconut crisp wrap that is safe for my digestion, and I can eat these. So there you go. There's one more tip. All right, then again, I'm going to give you one more, and then I'm going to come back and answer some questions. So what else have we got? All right, if you're looking for snacks, so guys, snacks are hard when you have digestive issues like me. So I'm just going to pull out one of my favorite snacks. If you're vegan, I obviously don't advise this, but as I'm not vegan, I use these. These are pork rinds. They're baked. They're by Epic. Again, not sponsored by them, but I love these. These give me a little bit of a crunch. So they are basically just pork going off. Pork skins, salt. That's it. Those are the ingredients: pork skins and salt, and they're baked, so they're not fried. So if you're wanting some crunch, that's the bad boy that I always go to. Sometimes I put some vegetables and I put it on top, or you can put some avocado. You can dip it in your avocado. Lots of fun there. All right. There's a lot more to show you guys, but those are the things that I normally go for. That's, so my morning routine, I've already worked out. I normally cook my food, and those are the things that are very, very important to me. And all right, there you go. So I'm going to answer a question. All right. Oh, someone says, great question. I'm sorry, I'm doing this. Never mind. All right. Let's have a look. Oh God, who's going to come on camera? Come on. All right. Who's going to come on camera? All right. I'm inviting people to come on. I love chatting to you guys.
Oh my God. Hey. Hi.
How are you, sweetie?
I'm fantastic. Lisa, I just want to say I'm prepared with my question. But before I ask, I want to say that I am so affected by you. I love your content.
Thank you. 1 second. So I invited my brother on. I didn't realize it would do a group thing. Babe, I just wanted to say hi and introduce you to everyone, but I didn't realize you were going to join another call. So everyone, that's my brother. Big wave. Love you, babe. Do you mind hanging up though? Sorry.
Yeah. I love it.
I was like, I just thought it was like notify them that you're on live. So I was like, oh, my brother's here. Let me invite him. So
that's so fun.
Apologies, sweetie.
Okay, I'm going to keep it professional. I want to honor your time, but I am so impacted by you. I just want to say it again. Okay, so my question is...
Well, before you start, though, I want you to know you don't have to keep it professional. That's so not me. I want you to say your name, where you're from. And then also, before we start, I just want to say how freaking awesome your glasses are, girl. Come on now. Come on now.
Thank you. My name is Brittany Harding. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. And I just love your content. I recently watched a video about body language and telling. And there was a part in the interview when you asked her to tell you something and she touched her nose.
Yeah.
And you went, ah, she's lying. It was so fun. Like, I get a lot from what you share. So thank you so much.
Of course, sweetie. Did you have a question?
Yes. So Maya Angelou has a quote. It says, "Fortune favors the bold." And my question is, what would it take to be able to sit with you in an interview on Women of Impact?
Oh man, what a great question. Being bold, I like it, Brittany. So here's the thing. I really try not to have like one very specific path. It usually for me is, when I first started the show, it was like, what type of person should I interview for other people to listen to? And then over time, especially during COVID, and actually, thank you for this question because I want to share something. Over COVID, having like just Zoom calls, I started to not enjoy them as much. And I started to ask myself, like, what is the show? Like, what is my purpose? And I think that it's important to keep asking ourselves that. And when it came to the show, I was like, you know what? I need to fuel myself as well. I need to get super excited about the person. And so what does that look like? It doesn't just fit one bucket. And as you can see from, if you go over to, you know, YouTube Women of Impact channel, I will talk about everything from female hormones to sexuality, to sex, to orgasms, to emotions, to dealing with our self-narrative, to dealing with our, you know, insecurities. And that, the reason why that channel ended up being like this is it's because that's all the things that I think women need to discuss in order for us to really show up as our true selves. You can't just say it's one thing. I really do feel like it's everything. And then two, it's like, who is that guest that's going to get me excited? Because I never want to fake it with you guys, ever. I never want you to see me excited and be like, actually inside she's slowly dying. Like that, right? I don't ever want to fake that with you guys. So I just, you know, it's a promise that I made to myself that no matter who comes across like the pitch deck, I got to be excited about them. So I've got to be excited. Like, I decided during COVID, that actually is the thing that's going to lead me. Like, instead of going, what's gonna be massive and what's gonna pop, and it's like, it really has to be excitement first. So that was very first, like, who's going to excite me that I want to talk to? How am I going to learn? Like, what is that new thing from them that can teach me? Because I'm always like utterly the student, and I love being the student. I never want to think I'm already one and done. So when someone comes to me, it's like, well, what am I going to learn? So when you're thinking, how am I going to get on Lisa's, you know, seat? I always think the same, like, how am I going to get X person on my chair? And the answer I always keep coming back to is, be so good they can't ignore you. Like, and it's Steve Martin's quote, but it's like, be so good, girl, that everywhere I freaking turn, I'm seeing you. It's like, you know, you're posting about this and you're amazing and whatever message, like, what is that message that you think you are so freaking good at, that you can serve, right? That's where it becomes like, now you're focusing inwards instead of worrying about what Lisa's thinking. It's like, what are you doing on a day-to-day that is pushing you to be so great, that you're so proud of yourself, that now, no matter where I turn, I can't ignore it. But if you're only looking to serve me, you may find yourself in like this death spiral.
I love that. May I say two more things?
Of course.
The first thing is, I thank you so much for what you shared. That is a desire of mine. I would like to sit with you one day and interview, and I'm going to be so good that you can't ignore me. That's my new goal.
Boom.
And the second thing is to say, I just last night watched your content on relationships, and you mentioned your systems of love with Tom, and how there was a system you created where you didn't have to pull it out for 10 years. And then after 10 years, you showed it to him and he was like, oh, baby, come here. I love you. And like, I just wanted to let you know that really affected me, and thank you.
Thank you, girl. I really appreciate that too. And in case anyone's wondering, my husband and I do have a YouTube channel called Relationship Theory. So we talk very much about our relationship. We've been together. We've been married for 19 years and been together for over 20. We have gone through all crazy types of transformations. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And thank you for your time, Lisa.
Of course.
Thank you.
Take care, sweetie. I'll see you on my seat. I'll see
Yes!
you on my seat.
Okay, bye.
Bye, sweetie.
I love it. Do I?
All right, so that's actually true, guys, and I didn't actually get a chance to say it, but here's the thing. I've gone out to certain people. So in the comments, you guys are amazing. You're like, oh my God, get this person on. Oh my God, get Jada Pinkett Smith on. Oh my God, get Glennon Doyle on. Trust me, I got a freaking list. I got my list of people I'm trying to go out to, and I'm, like, oh, one's connected to this person and one's connected to this person. But ultimately, and I've had no's, I've actually had a few of the people on my list just say no, like, who the fuck is she? And I go, I don't take that emotionally. Like I used to, when I was so insecure with myself, I used to absolutely take that as an emotional dent. I'm not good enough. Oh my God, see, Lisa, what the hell do you think you're doing? Who are you to freaking reach out to Jada Pinkett and say that you want her on your show? My God, talk about, like thinking highly of yourself. But that's the negative thought. That would be the mindset that I used to have that was spiraling. It's like, oh my God, who do you think you are? You're not good enough. And now I'm just like, oh my God, amazing. I'm not good enough yet. How do I get good? And how can I be so freaking good that she can't ignore me? And I don't know if I want to put her on blast, but I had someone that I went out to and they said no. And I had this mentality, cool, I'm going to be so good she can't freaking ignore me. And for a year, guys, I worked hard and then I got her on my show. And then afterwards, I told her, hey, you said no to me a year ago. And I just had a vision of one day I would absolutely get you on. And she was like, oh my God, I can't believe I said no. But I just focused. I just said, okay, cool. Like, don't take that as a dent. Whatever you guys are trying right now, whatever that thing is, don't take it as a dent if you fail. Don't take it as a dent if someone says no to you. Don't take it as a dent if someone rejects you. Take it as a learning freaking lesson. Learn the thing and then just be persistent. And then I just, like, for instance, in this situation, it was up to me. It was up to me to say, okay, you can either quit right now and just say, I'm never going to have her on my show, or you can change the way you think and you can change your perspective and say, fuck no. What is it going to take in order for me to get her on my show? Be so good she can't ignore you. Now, again, exactly what I just said in that answer to Brittany is that makes you turn inside. That makes you look at yourself and say, how do I get better? What skill set do I need to improve? Instead of worrying about other people, where they're going to accept you or reject you. I've been there, I've done that, it doesn't serve me, just kept me where I was. And so that was the lesson that I learned, and now that's how I approach things. All right, I got let's see, we've got one more question. All right, let's have a sticker question, shall we? All right, sorry guys, I have to read this. Okay, got my gym routine, I've got some questions. All right, sorry guys, just trying to find one that would serve you guys. All right, let's see this question. All right. Oh no, it's too long. Sorry, bear with me. All right, guys, here we go. I got a request from my mother. Shall we see what Mum's got to say? Shall we see what my mum's got to say? Mum?
What?
You know you're on video, right?
No.
You're so funny. Oh my God. You're live. You're literally on my Instagram live now. And
who can see? Only you can see me, right?
No, Mum. You're on Instagram live.
No.
All right, everyone, heart. We want Mum on video. Mum on video. Mum on video.
No.
Mum, we can't see you.
Oh, they can't. You're
No, we can see you as in you're dark. Your light isn't on. Oh my God, this is so funny. All right, guys, here's a great example. Everyone always says to me, I don't have the confidence to start something because I'm worried something's going to fail. Well, here you go. Perfect failure. My mum calls me. She doesn't realize she's on video. Mum, you're still on video, by the way.
Oh, what? I didn't know. That's wrong.
All right, my mum clearly is embarrassed. I think Mum should show her face, and I think Mum should ask me a question. Do you have a question, Mother?
No, I just wanted to tell you I love you. That's all.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
I didn't realize that everybody would be seeing me.
All right, so my mum, bless her, saw the opportunity to talk to her daughter, and God bless her, she came on Instagram, clicked the number, and then I guess she doesn't realize that she's actually live right now. Do you want me to disconnect you, Mum?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
All right, love
Just
you.
want to say love you. Bye.
Bye. Oh my God, how cute is she? And so that's what you do, guys. You roll with the freaking punches. Every time I used to get scared about going on camera, I was always worried about messing up. What do I do? I'm not sure. Oh my God, what if I fail? How embarrassing. And the rule I just told myself, literally the rule, I was like, you just got to roll with it, because everyone's waiting. Everyone's like holding their breath. So I don't know if you guys ever want to do public speaking or anything like that. I was petrified. So the first time I was like, the thing I'm worried about the most is messing up and then freezing, right? Not knowing what to do after that, and then feeling the guilt, or not even the guilt, like the shame and the judgment. It's like, oh my God, everyone's staring at me now. What am I going to do? Oh my God, what a failure I am. And that negative voice starts spinning and spinning and spinning. And then you freeze. And then before you know it, you're on freaking stage and everyone's staring at you and you don't know what to say or do. So in my very first public speaking, I told myself, all right, you need a game plan, Lisa. You need a game plan that if you're on stage and you mess up, which let's face it, this is my first time, of course I'm going to freaking mess up. Like, why put myself on like the pressure of being perfect? So if I mess up, or when I mess up, I need a strategy. And so my strategy literally was laugh. Like, when you have a situation where you're absolutely failing, or you mumble, or you say something wrong, freaking laugh, because everyone's waiting and holding their breath to see what you're going to do. But now it's like the fact that I had no idea my mum, God bless her, was on video, and now she's going to be texting me like, I can't believe you brought me on live. It's like, you just got to laugh at the fact that she was so sweet that she just wanted to say she loved her daughter, and you got to roll with the punches. So guys, whatever it is that you're dealing with right now, if you're not getting started because you're worried about perfectionism, or you're worried about messing up, here's the freaking great news. You're gonna mess up. Like, that's freaking amazing news, guys. You're gonna mess up. Now, the reason why that's amazing is now you can go, okay, when I mess up, what do I do so that I don't get stuck in the situation where I just don't start? Like, that for me, I've just drawn a line. That's not acceptable, Lisa. You cannot ever just be like fearful of starting something. Like, that's the line of cross. That is my rule. So now if I know that and I can't stop, how the hell do I get the confidence in order to actually get started? And that's my rule. Just like stumble, figure it out along the way, and then show people how you handle things, because to me, that is the most important thing. And in fact, one more thing to add, it was Vanessa Van Edwards, who in fact we just released an episode with her. She was the one that I've had her on my show before. She was the one that said that everyone's expecting you to drop the ball, whether it's on stage, whether it's a date, whether it's a job interview. No one is freaking perfect. So eventually we're going to drop the ball on something, right? Oh, you're going to realize I can't spell. You're going to eventually notice that. If you go into my IG stories, you'll notice that my spelling's all over the place. So now you know, okay, I'm going to stumble. I'm going to mess up. Oh shit, I've lost my train of thought. I was so worried. I was so thinking about my IG stories. Spelling. Okay, my issues with spelling. Anyone remind me? I was on a thread. Shit, I lost it. How did God? So there you go. There's another way of like just owning. Like, fuck, my mind went elsewhere and I just forgot what I was saying. I'm just gonna own it. I'm not gonna pretend. That's just gonna cause anxiety within me. So I was saying something about the right, had all notes, everything set up. All right, anyone remember what thread I was on? Okay, going to mess up. Thank you. Listen, so going to mess up. So just embrace that you're going to mess up, and now figure out how to overcome that mess up. Well, thank you, Vanessa Van Edwards, my bro. Oh, I love that my bro just saved me. So Vanessa Van Edwards says that everyone drops the ball. Oh my God, babe, I love that you just did that. So everyone drops the ball. Now, on a date, on a job interview, doesn't matter. No one's perfect. Now the question is, when do you drop the ball? Studies show, this is her study, that if you drop the ball, let's say you're meeting someone for an hour. If you drop the ball at the first, like, let's say 5-10 minute mark, you're actually perceived as nicer. People actually trust you more because they're like, oh, let's say she's not trying to hide something. Now, here's the crazy thing. If you drop the ball at the end of the hour, like in that last few minutes, they perceive you to be like less trustworthy. So dropping the ball at the beginning, more trustworthy. Dropping the ball at the end, way less trustworthy. So now I'm just like, oh, well, what am I fearful of? Just be you. And if you drop the ball in the first 3 minutes, at least now everyone knows what to expect. So I found that piece of advice so freaking powerful. And if you're somebody who has anxiety and finds it difficult to make that like start, just remember that. Like, literally go and watch her episode on Women of Impact and take her, like, what she says. Because now it's like, isn't that great? Now you don't have to worry about dropping the ball. And in fact, now you can even just say to yourself, oh, thank God I dropped the ball when I first walked in. It's like the best news ever. All right. I gotta go, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm like a minute late already for a meeting. But if this brought you value, guys, the one thing, I've actually just launched my own website. I'm like so excited. lisabilyeu.com. I've got newsletters. In my newsletter, I actually go deep into how to build confidence with my morning routine. I'm really pouring my heart and soul into that, guys. So if you're interested, if this live did bring you value, go over to lisabilyeu.com. And I think my link's in my profile somewhere on Instagram as well, so maybe just click the link in my profile. And then thank you guys so much for joining. I know how precious everyone's freaking time is, and the fact that you took that out of your day to come and join me here and give me the hearts. I love like seeing the hearts. It really does get me going. And then you really did just help me get out of the little rut that I was in this morning. And so I really freaking appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate it. So go over, if you're not subscribed, go over to Women of Impact on YouTube and subscribe there. And until next time, guys, be the hero of your own life. Peace out.